Morning and welcome. This is Thursday, the 14th of December, and it's just after 7 o'clock. Uh, we'll start as ever with the AUD USD. We've got a reduced short ratio of 2.21 to 1. I was expecting a bit of a bounce back on this, and we have had 5 days now, well, 4 or 5 days of upward movement. I was expecting it to get a little bit higher. It had a big move up yesterday on weakness in the dollar. We had the interest rate statement, which stayed the same. Now, a lot of that had already been sort of factored in. Basically, when it stayed the same, we had a little bit of weakness come through on the dollar. Really, from the bottom here right to the top, it's only 200 pips. We've got the RSI started. It's gone through the 50, so it's gone into positive territory. I really wanted to go a little bit up a little bit more, maybe just get above the 77 mark, and we'll be selling that back down. So that's where I stand with that one. The silver as well has come back for me. Really, with the reduced rate on the of the commercial short, that actually foretold a little bit of this bounce. So this is another way that the commitment of traders helps us. So let's see where that goes. Right, pound US dollar. We're short this. Obviously, yesterday, a little bit of a bounce. This is a good selling opportunity. We have a commercial ratio short of 1.27 to 1, which on a percentage change basis, this is very bearish because the commercials have been bullish of the pound for a long time. So that's quite a big move to bearish. For the pound. I was expecting a move down to about the 129. I've got my trades in. I'm going to hang on to them. So we'll see where that goes later on today. We did bounce off the 50, so we're still in sort of bullish territory. I like this to drop below the 50. We'll see where we go with that. Right. USD CAD. Yeah, same again. A pullback for the dollar. We've made a little bit of ground up this morning. I think I lost one of my trades yesterday. We're still above the 50, which is fairly bullish for this pair. We've got a short ratio for the Canadian dollar of 2.43 to 1. So we are expecting to see more upside in this. With the dollar, it's about one of the only currencies that's got a fairly high interest rate. And just on interest rate alone, that is bullish. It's also getting pretty good figures out. Even if the figures don't actually meet the actuals, the expected targets, they are sort of all fairly positive. So inflation's getting quite good. So we are going to see more upside for the dollar. The euro USD, I think I got knocked out of a trade there as well. We saw this pullback yesterday. We've come off the highs. I didn't quite get my top trade knocked out, which I'm really pleased about. So I'm expecting more weakness for this pair. The same thing as with the pound. We have a 1.65 to 1 ratio short for the euro, and this is a 5-year extreme. So we are fairly bearish this. I'd like to see the RSI come back below the 50, and that would put us in bearish territory again. Right, this is USD Japanese yen. Same thing. Came down yesterday. We're seeing a bit more strength in the dollar this morning. So we'll see what happens, but I expect a recovery back up to recent highs. We did break the trend line yesterday, but it's just because of the news. So we got a commercial ratio of 4.14 to 1, which is reduced. It was a lot higher than that. I think we'll see another few another few trading days of strength on this pair before we move back down. Um, if we don't, we don't. But I wouldn't be entering any more trades unless we hit a high somewhere about the 114.50 to 115 mark. So there we go. The USD Swiss franc. Well, we saw it pull down nicely yesterday, obviously, and it hasn't actually recovered much. We did have a reduced long ratio of 5.7 to 1 for the Swiss franc um, this week. We are below the 50 on the RSI, which is going into bearish territory. We'll see how that goes and really how it recovers from this long fall yesterday will be quite incisive. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Well, as ever, we had the long candle for yesterday. A little bit of a pullback today. I've actually put a trend line on this. This is a recent high. So we've gone through a recent high. I think we're going to see a bit more upside to this before we actually start coming back down. We have a commercials ratio of 1.88 to 1 long. This is a fairly bullish ratio, to be quite honest. So I am expecting over the next couple of weeks to see more strength in this, and the higher it goes, the bigger profit we've got on the way back down, basically. So we'll see where that goes. We're out of it at the moment. Silver. Well, as you know, I sold my silver trades at this red line here. Weakness in the dollar. We've bounced back up. I virtually saw this foretold on the commitment of traders report. I think we might have another few days of seeing the price of silver pop back up. So we will see where that goes. But if we go up somewhere around the 17 mark, I will be selling it back down, but only with the advice from the commitment of traders report. So that's where I stand on that. An exciting yet disappointing day yesterday. So I didn't quite get what I wanted, but opportunity has arisen to actually take more trades. Once this goes up another few, a little bit more, another few candles up, we can start thinking about putting a trend line in to break back down. I'd like the RSI to come up over the 69.1 and turn back down. So we'll see where it goes. That trade's a little bit off yet. Okay, thanks for watching.